Happy Sabbath. So today we're gonna
talk about the Old Testament.
Just the Old Testament?
And the New Testament.
Yeah, I did a video earlier about how to memorize the books of the Bible. So we're gonna do another video where we're gonna change some things, change the patterns, change the way we memorize the Bible, the books of the Bible. So the first video, what I did was I divided the Old Testament and the New Testament into 8 different sections each. I think the Old Testament was creation, Moses, Judges, Kings, the exile, writing of the Kings, major prophet and minor prophet. That was the 8 sections. New Testament, I don't really recall out of hand, but I could say it was the Gospels, the Acts, the Ands, that's 3, T3, that's 4, and after T3 is a PHJ, that's 5. Then there's a P2, that is 6. Then 4J,
and Revelation.
7, and then Revelation. Okay,
There's
8.
7.
4J, John's, J4.
Yeah, J4.
Section 7. Remember, 8 different sections.
Alright,
Okay, I have to pinch her because she interrupted me and she didn't. There you go.
it didn't hurt.
I didn't hurt? Oh, okay, hold up. All right, okay. So, whenever I get interrupted, it must be for a good reason. It must be a good interruption. I mean. Anyway, so we're gonna revise that now. So what we did was, we listened to some other people, what they did, or I did. And then we kind of mix it in with ours, and we change some things to make it even easier to memorize the books of the Bible. Now, the first method we did,
Can I go get it?
Sure. The first method we did was, it was 8 sections each, but it didn't help you to memorize the physical names, the actual names of the Bible. So we redid it, and this method, especially in Old Testament, this new method, you're able to memorize the Bible because of the things that are said. Okay? Because of, the sentences or, whatever we did. And you're going to see here. So, for example, Old Testament first, right? Now, the New Testament, we didn't change the New Testament. That stays the same. The Old Testament, especially the part with the minor prophets, was very difficult. With this method, it's really easy. Okay? So, let's start, right? So, there are really just 6 different sentences here. All right, so first, right, we're gonna do Genesis to Deuteronomy, right? Generally exceeding large numbers daily, right? As you can see, the word generally, and exceeding and large and numbers and daily, they have at least the name of the book in the beginning of the word. If not the book itself, the word, generally Genesis, exceeding Exodus, large, the L, Leviticus, numbers is already there, and daily for Deuteronomy. So with that, if you memorize a sentence, you can definitely recall the books. Now you can have a more morbid one for Genesis, for generally exceeding large numbers daily, for Genesis with Deuteronomy. You can say Genesis exceed large numbers of deaths. Noah's flood. Yeah, you can do that. It's if you're that kind of person,
I don't like it.
if you will remember generally exceeding large numbers daily, you can use Genesis exceeds large numbers of deaths. Yeah, okay. And then we have Joshua who judges Ruth. Yeah, he's there judging Ruth. I mean, what's up with that? And he's saying 1, 2, 1, 2 right there. He's saying right there 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 as he's judging her. He's throwing on the gavel. And of course 1, 2 represent the first First one, two is First Samuel, Second Samuel. Second one, two is First and Second Kings. Third one, two is First Chronicles, Second Chronicles. Right? So generally exceeding large numbers daily. Genesis to Deuteronomy. Joshua is judging Ruth. Joshua judges Ruth. 1, 2, 1, 2. He said 1, 2. Got 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's First Samuel, Second Samuel, First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicles, Second Chronicles. Then after that, we go into a different subject matter. We're talking about Ezra's knee-high Easter job. Ezra, he had to do another job, and it was to him. It was, it wasn't worth it. It was for him. It was like knee-high, Knee-high is Nehemiah. Okay, of course, Easter is Esther, and Job remains Job. So, job remains Job. So Ezra's knee-high Easter job is Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, and Job. Right? So Ezra had a knee-high Easter job. And then on this job, he had to sing or recite. He had to recite Psalms. He had to recite Proverbs. He had to recite Ecclesiastes and the Songs of Solomon. So on Ezra's knee-high job, he had to be singing and reciting poems and wise sayings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he considered that a knee-high job. It wasn't worthy of him, Ezra. But, besides Ezra, though, forgetting Ezra, I just love every day. I'm not as miserable as Ezra. As you can see here, I just love, right? I just love every day. And that is the major prophets, right? Isaiah, I. Jeremiah, just. Love, Lamentations. Ezekiel, every day. Daniel, I just love every day. Unlike Ezra, who had a knee-high Easter job reciting Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Songs of Solomon, I just love every day. Okay? And then we go into a guy named Hosea Joel. He hooked up with disobedient Jonah and gave this person this weird name, HZHZ Malachi. Okay? Hosea Joel and disobedient Jonah might have named HZHZ Malachi. Okay? So Hosea Joel, and that's Amos. Disobedient, that's Obadiah, the O in disobedient. This is very small. Jonah, that's already there, just book of Jonah. Might have, that's Micah. Named Nahum. HZHZ is HZHZ Malachi. Okay? So he gave, Hosea Joel and the disobedient Jonah gave a guy a name HZHZ Malachi. Of course, Hosea is a book already. Joel is a book already. And represents Amos. Disobedient is Obadiah. Jonah is a book already. Mightab is Micah. Named is Nahum. HZHZ Malachi. That's Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zephaniah.
Zechariah.
Oh, Zechariah, thank you. And Malachi. And folks, those are your books of the Old Testament. Yay! And then the New Testament remains the same. It's the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The Acts, the ands. And the ands is what? RCGEP, CT.
RCGEP.
Right, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians.
Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians.
Right, and then T3. That's 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus. And then
Philemon, Hebrews, James.
Right, PHJ. And then we have the Johns.
Yeah. No, Peter.
Okay, P2, 1st and 2nd Peter. Then we have what? The Johns, right?
Yeah,
J4.
J4.
1 John, 3 John. 1 John, 2 John, 3 John. Jude. And Revelation. And that, my friends, is a nice way of doing, at least we know the Old Testament. That has changed. But we didn't change the New Testament. No, the Old Testament also has 39 books, and one video that we saw, remember that, is old is with three letters, and Testament has nine letters.
Yeah. So
39 books, and then the New Testament has 27 because is 56 minus by 39 equals 27, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the way to recall how many books are in the Old Testament. It's 39.
I get it now.
You saw that. You want to show that to me.
I get it now.
Right, so it's not hard to memorize the books of the Bible, of course. I mean, this method is even easier. This is way, 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 way easier
Even I can memorize all of them.
than what we had before. Okay? Way, way, way easier. Generally exceeding large numbers daily. Joshua judges Ruth. Okay? Ezra's knee-high Easter job. Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Songs of Solomon. I just love every day. Hosea, Joel, and the disobedient Jonah might have named HZHZ Malachi. And with that, we say happy Sabbath. Hope you guys have a great day. Jesus is Lord.